think there is a contestability about the nature of observations and what people are looking for and the nature of grading. And of course, when we do the final section today, which will be about feedback and about questioning skills, there is going to be a discussion about whether or not grading really is the sort of thing that moves students forward. Does it move some students forward? Do students want it? Do they expect it? Or does it in some way get in the way? And as I say, our research on graded observations is producing at the moment a mixed picture about the relative worth and the relative merits of grading as a premise for improving teaching and learning. Let's kick off. So in front of you, the first activity we're going to do is a bit of a warm-up activity. You have got a pair of scissors, you've got pens, you've got glue, you've got a couple of call-outs, which are those neon stars, and you've got either some newspapers and or magazines in front of you. Now, what I'm looking for in groups of 2 or 3 is that I want you to create a picture with the call-out, so speech bubbles basically, in the next 4 minutes. And I want that picture to tell me what you think as a group grade 1 teaching is about, or how it makes you feel. So let's start off with team with the evolutionary angle going on here. Who was that?
That was ours.
Okay. Come on, come closer.
So we said that you do kind of have to forsake a lot of your life at the minute. A lot of people do find that in order to get a grade 1, it does take a lot of effort and time, hence why we're all here. You have to love what you do to make it great, and there'll be a lot of delight at the end of it when you achieve. But it's about a kind of an evolutionary kind of process, going from the planning phase all the way up to actually delivering it, which will give you a student progress.
It doesn't look much in delight.
But yeah, there's a lot of, you might feel like that with all the planning that goes into it. And feedback should give you food for thought. And your lesson would be the favourite one if it was a grade 1 or
Excellent.
Delight, hopefully the students would get delight as well.
They would be delighted.
Yeah.
They would be
Hopefully.
lovely. At the end of the day, differentiation is a grand term. That means things, a very basic thing really, which is everybody enjoys, everybody participates, and everybody's able to access information and be part of the lesson in some shape or form, and everybody, as I say, makes progress. That's the key thing.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how much
stretching, isn't it? Everyone gets stretched.
Absolutely. Everyone goes to a different finish point from where they started, and then those will be long or those will be short, depending on the particular learner. It's that progress issue. I mean, you can differentiate as much as you like. You can do lots and lots of variety. You know, you can put things on coloured handouts and that, but does that equal learning? It's the progress that your observers should be looking at. You know, that's the focus. And so concentrating equally about how you assess, as well as the actual activities that people participate in, is important. That's one of the themes I'd like to kind of constantly reinforce. As I said, Jackie B has produced an interesting little book, and suggesting that out of the 3, well, there are 3 ingredients, but if you were going to pick any ingredients for thinking about planning a grade 1 lesson around: challenge, collaboration, and choice. A little bit later on in that booklet, you will find a diagram on equality and diversity. Equality and diversity, if you want to show that you are meeting the requirements to embed that, one of the things that you ought to be including there are activities where students can select tasks to do or materials to work with, that you give them a sense of choice. Are we born enthusiastic? Is enthusiasm, are some people naturally enthusiastic, effervescent, bubbly, and others are dull and dour?
I know people who have outstanding subject knowledge and are not enthusiastic.
They're dull and dour.
Yeah. I don't think the 2 things come together.
Okay.
But why?
Well, I think we're born.
Okay,
Well, that's a very good question, but they are teaching.
Okay, I'll take your comment and I'll take the comment there. Okay, well, I'm happy to you go first. You go first. Go first.
So if they're not enthusiastic about it, why are they teaching? The whole point is that you want to tell other people about
Right.
it.
Is that what you think, Paul?
I think we're born enthusiastic.
Born enthusiastic.
I think if you look at young children, you can see enthusiasm.
So all those
And
teams.
then it gets ground out.
Yeah.
Right, it gets ground out. So we all start off on the enthusiastic trail and it gradually evaporates.